Guys, it's Britt tonight. We're here with a brief update on the not so resilient Jenkins. There have been some things going on as of today that I just felt I wanted to make a video about it. It's pretty concerning. Steph's oldest child has exposed what's really going on here, and it caused some upset with Drew, who was on his live stream. But I just had a few thoughts. We're also going to watch her most recent video and just get caught up to speed. This is a wild ride, but if you're interested, please keep watching. All right, you guys, so first let's start with the fact that the infant is in the hospital for the second time this week due to another seizure.
Truck 2 on air 1317 per D2 Alpha Seizure. Truck 2 on air medic 17 per D2 Alpha Seizure. 14.
Good afternoon, this is Medic 1317 in Route Facility, non-emergent at this time. We are coming in with a 10-month-old female patient. She had a seizure today. Second one of her life. Last one was 2 days ago, seen and evaluated at your facility. Non-febrile seizure, just lasted about 30 seconds or so. She is now post-ictal and sleeping. She has a good strong radial of 114. Her heart rate, good strong heart rate of 118. Her respirations are 28 and on labor chatting at 99 on room air. CVG is 123. No treatment from us at this time, and we're going to be there about 10 to 12. Any questions?
21 transport code 1 Venice. Code 1 Venice. Code 1.
I hope that that is not from what I think it is. And the only reason I think that is because, like I said, Drew was on a live stream where Steph's oldest child exposed that the baby fell off of the bed. I will always say I will hold space for understanding mistakes happen. Like, no parent is perfect all of the time. But for this to happen 2 times in less than 1 week is extremely concerning. And even though Steph wants to sit up on her soapbox and say, how dare y'all make content about what's going on, and it's not, your right to make content about my life. Ma'am, as a very simple reminder, because your couple of brain cells can't seem to grasp onto the fact that you're the one putting it on social media. You're the one making content about it. So you're saying, I'm going to go ahead and utilize this for views, but nobody is allowed to call me out because then they are using my content to benefit themselves. Please.
No, she went to the hospital on Tuesday as well. No, she's not falling off the couch. There's no thuds. There's none of that. Hey. Hey. What the heck, guys? Hey, hold on.
When Steph's oldest daughter said what she said on the live stream, there is a brief pause and Drew really freaks out. And it's one of two things. Either he had a delayed response to what the child said, or he was reacting in that way because Steph, who has done before, was putting hands on this child due to what the child just exposed on a live stream. I'm not sure which one it is, but in my opinion, all of her children are at risk. All of these children are seeing, hearing, and experiencing things that are not meant for children at all. And I'm not talking about being an imperfect parent. I am talking about literally Steph and Drew right now. I feel terrible that this infant is in the hospital again within the same week. What I hope is that the medical professionals, the doctors, the nurses, come to an agreement to look a little bit deeper, because this is not normal. It is not a mistake. It is simply one of the biggest red flags that I've ever seen in my lifetime. That's the update on the infant and what has been going on over the last maybe 48 hours or so. Let's watch this video. She just posted it 4 hours ago, and then I will give y'all my final thoughts.
Welcome back to another day of cleaning my ass off for it to look like this in 10 fucking minutes. It really do seem like every time I post a cleaning video, y'all think that we just never clean, when this is seriously something Drew and I do daily. So I figured to myself, why don't I post it daily? And for a while there, it was just because it was so mundane to me, boring, the same crap over and over. And 9 times out of 10, when I'm doing all this cleaning, I want to be listening to music or some kind of true crime, and I can't be using my phone to record it every time. So yeah. Also, I find it kind of hilarious that people seem to not understand that it is going to get like this with 5 kids in a motel room, because I see people with way more well-equipped houses, big homes, and they still have quite a...
Of course, the pacifier is under the couch with some kind of mystery sauce upon it. It's not that people think that this is boring, it's that they question why you're doing it consistently and it's still filthy dirty. That's where the questions come into play here.
mess to deal with on a daily with all of their children, because kids make a fucking mess. I'm definitely not faultless when it comes to this, because I've taught my kids that if they're gonna half-ass their chore, mom's gonna take over and do it correctly. Because it just simply freaking irritates me when
because you have your kids living in this situation, a one-room shelter with so much chaos and confusion being sent their way. I thought that you did the chores. You weren't going to tell the kids what to do. You were supposed to take it on yourself. And now we're talking about, oh, if they half-ass the chores, then I'm going to take over and do it. But you said that they weren't doing it because that was in their best interest.
I see something that needs to be done and I'm asking for some assistance for it to be done, and the person's sitting there either complaining or just half-assing it, and I'm like, you know what? Just get out of my way. Okay, y'all, real quick, I'm gonna take a minute to address some bullshit that keeps popping up about me. So a while back, I opened up to the fact that I started gardening again, and people just ran with it. They decided to make up whatever the heck they want about me and decide not only does she gardens every day, 85 times a day. Yo, for all you know, I said that shit as bait, which I didn't. But at the same time, like, how do you know? You don't know because you're not sitting here watching me do anything. And I find it...
We know because Drew also exposes the truth. And in this entire situation, Drew is the lesser of two evils. And I'm starting to understand why people put more faith into the things that he says versus what Steph says. If you are unhoused and you have children, you are not allowed to garden. You are not allowed to partake in those recreational activities that might calm and soothe your nerves. You're not allowed to do that because you are literally without a home with way too many children.
Astonishing that people will literally just run with what they hear from people instead of actually getting to know the source. Y'all, what the heck is that? Because unless you have somebody spying on me daily, which I actually wouldn't put that past y'all, you really don't know my daily habits. You know what the heck I post online. And then whatever you decide to believe that's said about me, that's on you, not me. So make your speculation, say what you want to say, make your profit off saying whatever the heck. But again, it does not reflect me. It doesn't have to do anything with moi, okay? But like I was saying, I'm really trying to, almost for myself, hold myself accountable, as I do be cleaning every day. I just don't be posting it every day. And it's a process that I could be sharing and, you know, potentially making my extra bucks on. So why the hell am I not sharing it? What I want to start doing is taking pictures every night of the cleaned environment and then post it on my story with a little timestamp. Like, y'all, this is how it is every freaking night, because y'all just seem to not believe me. But anyways, it's not even just about that. It's also for myself, because to be able to look back at my memories and see just how many times I cleaned this freaking motel room. When we get the hell out of here, I know it's going to be mad satisfying that I actually put myself through this mental battle and this mental struggle of doing this every day, because it is not easy to mentally prepare yourself to take care of the same thing over and over and over. And it's just like, why does this even have to be a reoccurring problem? And what's crazy is, like, this is only half the process. I still have another 40 minutes of cleaning to edit and pop up on here. And it was from the same day. And where I'm doing all of this right now, this was while the kids were at school. When they got home from school, you can bet they messed it up again, which I'm not trying to be like, oh, freaking hate my kids, I need to stay at school.
Let's talk about that for a second, because as a parent, it's your job to clean up after your kids. They did not ask to be here. You chose to bring them into this hostile, unhinged environment, and it is what it is. Like, why on earth are you acting like cleaning is some kind of badge of honor? You asked for this, and 99% of people would never have allowed this much time, be blown into smithereens because they refuse to get a job, knowing that they have kids that are also having to experience this nonsense.
But at the same time, like, y'all, can you just stand still and not move? Because you make a mess every time you breathe. I'm just playing. Lord knows I'm the only mama on the internet who can't joke about her children. And every time we clean, we end up finding a bunch of binkies. And I guarantee you all these binkies will be lost by the end of the night, but we'll find them again tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching Resilient.
So anyway, that's what's going on with Steph. The grift never stops, and the blaming everybody else for her problems that she created never stops. It's just a cycle. But like I said earlier in the video, what I hope happens with this is I hope that the doctors and nurses that are allegedly treating her infant start to dig a little bit deeper. And I hope that they expose what's really going on here, because I don't think you need to be a doctor to have the stance that it's alarming, it's concerning, and it continues to happen. I have to take Steph sometimes in small doses because honestly, it's appalling to me, the things that she says and does, and the vocabulary that she uses, all of the above. So I think that's it for tonight. If you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you'd like to see more from me in the future, please subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.